Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to the Marine Data Challenge kickoff. I'm Romain Zufik. I work at Mercator Ocean International as a capacity development and training officer, and I will be your moderator today. So please note that this event is recorded and you will be able to access the replay after the event and probably the slides as well. So I will directly give the floor to Vasily Papakonstantinou from MIT Enterprise Forum Greece and Fabrice Messal from Mercator Ocean International. So the floor is yours.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining. It is a great pleasure to be with you today. I'm the co-founder and vice chairman of the MIT Enterprise Forum, and I will go quickly through a short presentation to explain what MIT Enterprise Forum is and why it is involved with Mercator and the team, and then I'll pass it over to Fabrice. So uh, the the idea is that we want to facilitate data-driven innovation and help the Southeastern European technology ecosystem grow. So let me start by saying that the entrepreneurial impact of MIT is huge. Most people know MIT as a top academic university, but there is a very important entrepreneurial culture that drives the ecosystem, and several, a few thousand companies have started out, and many professors like the professor are in the picture. Are involved with startups, and some of these startups that they were started by MIT alumni are listed below, like Intel, Hewlett Packard, Bosch, iRobot, and of course Moderna, Ginkgo Bioworks, and to name a few. MIT Enterprise Forum has a vision to build a better world by accelerating the creation and growth of world-class technology companies. And to do so, we organize events and other programs to inform, connect codes, and accelerate technology entrepreneurs. In Greece, we were founded as a non-profit organization in 2013, and we target the entire ecosystem. Our goal is to provide the brand, the resources, and the hands-on experience from the ecosystem to help companies in the region to grow faster and smarter and become top startups in the world. As I alluded, we run a number of programs. The well-known one is the MIT Startup Competition, which is a flagship program, but we also do conferences and events to educate people about emerging technologies. We do hands-on workshops to help aspiring entrepreneurs understand what are the opportunities and challenges. We try to help investors and business people understand the opportunities from their side in how technology can help them. And we were trying to bring all these people together through different activities. What we're going to discuss today is part of what we call custom programs, and they are designed to help organizations discover and accelerate innovative teams. The funnel of the ecosystem here in Southeastern Europe, we see it like this. So we have all these people, the researchers, the stakeholders, innovators, the investors, professionals, that they go through these different events, and primarily our goal is to create startups that they will be ready for the global market. But in order to keep the funnel growing, we need to organize events like the one we are talking about today, that will bring more startups into the ecosystem and more companies into the ecosystem. We've been running the program since 2013. We launched in 2013. We've been running different programs since 2014. We have the acceleration program. We've completed 8 different periods. And it's important to note that we have accelerated more than 200 different ventures from the region. 70 alumni keep growing, and these 70 alumni have raised more than $210 million from local and international investors. Of course, we do workshops, events, networking events here in Athens or also in Boston. And our goal is to expand in the future. But in order to keep the thing growing, in order to keep the community growing, you need to bring closer the businesses that face current and future challenges and the teams that can address the challenges. And here today, MIT Enterprise Forum, together with Mercator, and of course through the support of Copernicus, we're trying to facilitate data-driven innovation. Namely, we want to find business partners that they have challenges that could be addressed using the data provided by Copernicus and developed by teams, startups, research groups that they bring together their skills and innovative ideas and the lack of bias to provide new opportunities. This is a very important type of innovation. Sometimes they call it incentive prize competition, like the ones that they started from the X Prize Foundation or more recently Open Innovation. No matter how you call them, the thing is that there are several benefits for organizations that they are the problem setters or the challenge setters. They have the opportunity to access the collective intelligence and talent of the ecosystem. They can develop a strong solver network. They can enrich the diversity of thinking and perspective and skills. They could, of course, engage with the maritime community and especially leverage the Copernicus Marine Services, gain faster access to ideas, and identify and exploit new business opportunities. Of course, problem setters are there to work together with what we call problem solvers, which are teams from researchers, as I said, startups that could help address these problems using their skills in data analytics, machine learning, AI, and other skills. And they can create new opportunities. They can expand their network, and of course, eventually they can open up opportunities with the problem setters in order to develop relationships. Today is the first of a series of programs, as we will explain later. I would invite people, companies from all these fields that are invited here today to consider join the program, stay close, learn more, and be ready to provide to set your challenges, your problems, and invite solvers to address them. Thank you. I will be open for questions later on if you want to know something more. So the floor, Fabrice, is yours.
Thank you, Vasilis. Hi, everyone. I'm very pleased to be here with you today. I'm Fabrice Messal. I'm User Experience and Capacity Development Manager at Mercator Ocean International. Mercator Ocean International is a French non-profit company specialized in operational oceanography and implementer of the Copernicus Marine Service. Just after this welcome, Veronique, Roman, and Konstantinos will introduce you in detail the Marine Data Challenge concept. At Mercator Ocean International, we are operating the Copernicus Marine Service on behalf of the European Commission. I will introduce you this service later. This service is providing a free access to marine products, and you will see the detail of this service later in my presentation. Just in implementing this service, the Copernicus Marine Service, the objective for our team, our department at Mercator Ocean International is to develop the user uptake by organizing training, webinars, and different kind of workshops with different audiences. Vasilis gave you a first and clear overview of the Marine Data Challenge, and Veronique will enter in the detail. This event we would like to propose you is original, and we have created this new format with MITEF. It's pretty new, and the first idea behind this organization was to create a sort of hackathon, but for private companies and with a one-to-one matchmaking. Because on one hand, we want to engage big companies as problem setters who have a challenge to tackle related to maritime sectors, but they don't have the skills, the resources, or the time to work on it. On the other hand, we want to invite smaller companies, startups, skilled companies as problem solvers and users of the Copernicus Marine Service products to study the challenge and to express their interest to work with the problem setter. So the main objective is to put in contact problem setters and problem solvers and to support problem solvers in their use of the Copernicus Marine Service product to build their solutions. So MITEF and Mercator Ocean International will act as enablers, and as Vasilis said, we want to facilitate data-driven innovation. We hope you will appreciate this Marine Data Challenge. Thank you.
Thank you, Fabrice. Thank you, Vasilis. So just before we start with the presentation, I would just like to highlight that you can ask questions at any times during the presentations. All questions will be addressed in the end. So to ask a question, you just use the chat box at the bottom right of your screen, and don't forget to click on the question mark before sending the question. And then all the questions will be displayed on the main screen as you can see here on the light blue screen. So now we will start the detailed presentations, starting with Veronique Abadi, who will explain you the main objectives of this event. So Veronique, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Roman. Hi, everyone. So I'm Veronique Abadi. I'm a marketing manager at Mercator Ocean International, and I will present you in few slides the vision and objective of the Marine Data Challenge. The why Marine Data Challenge? In fact, we want to, we have a previous collaboration with MITEF, and Mercator Ocean and MITEF want to join their efforts to support Greek startups and entrepreneurs in the development of their marine activity. So the objective of this challenge is to bridge the gap between end user needs and downstream user on a sustainable marine project. We have identified for this challenge 4 blue markets, and we have selected these 4 blue markets, which is coastal and services tourism, natural resources, marine food, and the last trade and marine navigation. Because Greece has an important activity on tourism and trade navigation, because we know that aquaculture is the last figures of renewed sources in Greece, that there is an aquaculture is employing more than 12,000 people in 2022 in Greece. And because there is a series of action plan by the Greece Minister of Environment to accelerate the development of renewable energy sector, we think in Mercator Ocean and with MITEF that Greece is the perfect location to the first launch of this innovative challenge. Like Fabrice and Vasilis said just before, the Marine Data Challenges consists on 3 components. There is the setters who will craft a problem, and there is solver that can be innovative dream team or startup that will provide a solution, and between the solver and setter and with a setter and solvers, we will have the Copernicus Marine Service that is as a data provider. And in this way, Mercator Ocean want to encourage and foster discussion and collaboration between end user and downstream user on marine topics is the main objective of this challenge. So just to make a repetition, but can be explained in another way, the setter and the solver. So the setter will present his project, his challenge, and his problem. He will challenge creative solver by asking them to make a pitch, to build a pitch and give a solution. And we can see in the slide that the setter can be a company, can be state bodies, or another stakeholder of the blue economy. On his side, the solver will craft a solution to solve the problem proposed by one of the setter, and it will be encouraged and it will be the help of the Copernicus Marine Service and the expertise of the Copernicus Marine Service team. And we have the solver can be a startup, entrepreneur, or researcher that would take part of this challenge as solver. So that's the main idea of this challenge. And I hope that this slide will encourage you to participate to the Marine Data Challenge. And now leave the floor to Roman for the practical information on how to register and the timeline, and as well setter and solver journey. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Veronique. I will indeed try to tell you all the practicalities you need to know to enter the challenge and go through this journey with us. So let's start with the timeline. So the Marine Data Challenge is officially launched today and will last until December, and it will be composed of 5 main events. So first, we have the kickoff. I don't think I need to tell you more about it because it's today and now, but just know that it will officially launch the registration to the whole journey. The registration will be held through the Marine Data Challenge platform that will be presented to you just after. Then we have another event on September 15, which is what we call the matchmaking event. The matchmaking event is an on-site event to be held in Paris Chamber of Commerce and Industry. And the goal of this event is really to meet and to discuss. During then, the setters will pitch their project and the solvers will choose the project they will work on until December. Then, from there, the hard work starts for the solvers. They will have until December to work on their solution, but they will not do this alone, as the Copernicus Marine Service will guide them and help them throughout the way. So we will have different events to do so. First, on October 11th, we will have an open training workshop, an open access workshop, I mean. And this workshop will, you will have experts from the Copernicus Marine Service giving you information about how to use the data for the specific markets identified for the challenge, for the 4 blue markets that Veronique just presented to you. Then we will have different checkpoints, first on October 11th as well, and another one on November 15. So these checkpoints are meant for the Copernicus Marine Service to follow your progress, for the solvers to share about their issue, their doubts, their plans. And these are really meant to be exchange moments between the solvers and the Copernicus Marine Service. But yet, the setters are also strongly recommended to attend as well. Then, at last, we have the pitching session, which is the final of the journey. This will be also on site at the Paris Chamber of Commerce and Industry. And at this moment, solvers are really expected to present their solution to the setters. So let's just dive more into the journey for the setters and then for the solvers to have it all clear. So first, the platform will be launched today, and setters and solvers are expected to register before August 21st. Then setters will have to define their problem on the platform. So these problems should be in line with the blue market identified, one of the 4 of them. It must be a problem that can be solved using marine data from the Copernicus Marine Service. And setters has time until August 28th to post their problem online. Then on the matchmaking event, the setters is expected to pitch their problem in front of the solvers. So he's just present the main aspects of it. And then, so he is recommended to attend the checkpoint meetings. And finally, he assists to the pitching session and choose the solution that best fits his needs. So this is the setter journey. Now moving on to the solver's journey. So you are expected as well to register before August 21st, but then you have all time to get ready through the platform. So you will see just after, but the platform, you will have some Copernicus Marine Service resources that you can have a look to. You can also browse through the challenge that will be proposed by the setters to get a grasp at it before the matchmaking event. And then you can also meet other participants with the chat, and you can really discover and dive more into the whole journey. Then on the matchmaking event, you will choose the problem that you want to solve, listening to the different pitches. And then you will attend the checkpoint meeting and the training workshops to get all the help and guidance you need. And finally, in December, you will pitch your solution in front of the setter and hope that you will be the best one for his needs. So I hope that the event now is very clear in your mind. Of course, we will still answer all your questions in the end if I need to say it again. Now I will give the floor to Konstantinos Mihanetsis, who will present you all about the Marine Data Challenge platform that will be used throughout the journey. So as I said, you will have to register there, you will chat, you will ask questions and check the online content, everything. So Konstantinos, the floor is yours.
Hello. Yes, thank you, Roman. Hello, my name is Konstantinos Mihanetsis, and I am the CEO of CDIPS and CEDARS, a member of the MIT Enterprise Forum of Greece team, and the chief architect of Skill Charts and Innovation Challenges, which are the platforms that we will be presenting today. It's my great pleasure to be part of this new event and collaborate once again with Mercator Ocean and their great team. So I will also give some background about innovation challenges and that I hope will help to put things in perspective. I don't see the button to change slide, so I think, okay. So innovation challenges is a new trend to enabling innovation, and the platform that we will be talking about today is related to it. Innovation requires in general three things: an idea, which usually it is related to a problem that if solved will create value, a team that will take this idea and execute a plan to create a service or product, and validation, which usually comes out of a client adoption of the service or product. It can also be done using data, especially in the case where artificial intelligence and machine learning techniques can be engaged. With the MIT Enterprise Forum of Greece, we had the chance to run our first innovation challenge almost 2 years ago, when we proposed the idea to the Hellenic National Water Supply Organization, namely ADAP. At that time, the proposal was to give us 1 or 2 problems that the organization could make public and make part of the data available that could be used to validate the solution on the proposed problems to be solved. The award will be given to the team that could solve the problem, and the award was a contract with ADAP. So we organized and executed the innovation challenge, and we were extremely surprised to see hundreds of applicants taking part in the competition. The level of skills that became available at the time was really amazing. Technical teams from all over Europe with a very high end of level of expertise in machine learning and artificial intelligence applied for the competition. The event concluded with impressive results, and indeed ADAP managed to find a service that will help her tackle the problem. So the outcome was that with minimum investment, the organization managed to solve a serious problem, which otherwise could require considerable investment. And at the same time, new innovation was generated and new businesses. To make a point here, not only the winners benefit from this. All participants discovered new partners, learned through the process of interacting with the client and building a service that requires specific guidelines to be met. So we are now taking this to the next level with Mercator. Mercator is a large organization that has a vast amount of data. These data can solve multiple problems in the maritime, fisheries, military, tourism, industries, to name a few. With this challenge, Mercator and MIT Enterprise Forum are joining forces to invite the industry to expose problems that they wish to be solved. The industry will provide the problems and maybe some of their data, and we expect to run a competition for each of these problems that will become available and ask for solutions. CITES and skill charts provide the platform on which these competitions will be managed and organized. The basic structure, as already have been presented by other speakers, is this. Mercator is the organizer providing the data. Companies from related industries, which we call problem setters, provide the problems which they would like to solve, as well as some of their data if possible. And teams are formed by individuals, for example, developers, marketeers, project managers, mentors, to address the problem and suggest a solution. As part of the platform for this initial stage is concerned, things are pretty easy. We need first to collect some basic information about anyone that wishes to participate in order to understand in which group they would like to be included and provide related guidance. To do so, anyone interested should complete a registration form which includes no more than 10 questions. The link is shown here, but will also be communicated later to all participants of this event. From there, follow the steps to submit an application during which you will need to define the type of engagement you wish to have. For example, a problem setter or a problem solver. The process is really simple at this stage. Then complete the form and submit. You will need to create a free account with the Innovation Challenge platform in order to submit. After that, we will first work with the problem setters to help them set up their competitions. We will organize workshops to help on that, explain the details and processes. When we will have the competitions ready, we will invite the solvers to browse through the competitions and then form teams. We expect these teams will be formed based on the requirements that each competition will present. A solver team will have the chance to submit to more than one competition, or a user can be part of more than one teams. Participating in the challenge is not only about winning the awards or getting the benefits of engaging with other team members. Together with Mercator, we are planning to create a searchable database that will be hosted on Mercator's site, where visitors will be able to search for skills that can make use of related technologies. Developing technology solutions based on Mercator's data usually requires specialized skills like knowledge of mapping tools, geoinformation systems, knowledge of Mercator's weather API endpoints, and more. The discovery of talent with these skills is difficult, and through the online database, we are planning to make this available to the general public for future and continued discovery. So your expertise to be gained through this challenge will allow you to get exposed to the international community of these skill seekers for the time to come. A few words about the underlying technology that allows the skills database to be published. This is done using the skill charts platform technology, which is the first global database of skills. It allows individuals access to a global skills database and allows them to define their expertise on various skills using both self and remote evaluation methods. Skill charts is not part of this platform to be used to run the challenge competition, but provides an underlying technology, and we will have the chance to talk more about it and how everyone can take advantage in the follow-up workshops. Thank you very much. I'll be here for any questions, and I will be glad to see you all in follow-up meetings. Thank you very much. So, Roman, I think the floor is back to you.
To load. So thank you very much for your presentation. Now let's welcome back Fabrice, who will give you an overview of the Copernicus Marine Service. Fabrice, are you around? The floor is yours.
Yes, I'm here. Thank you, Roman. So let me introduce the Copernicus Marine Service. So first of all, our company, Mercator Ocean International, which is the implementer of the Copernicus Marine Service. We are a French company. Our first job is to create and develop 3D ocean models. We are based in Toulouse, and we are a multinational shareholding company with different institutions and involved in the action area of the company. We are a team of 80 persons, and since 2015, we are implementing the Copernicus Marine Service on behalf of the European Commission. So, what is the Copernicus Marine Service? A few years ago, the European Commission launched the Copernicus program, which is the second biggest program after Galileo in Europe, to monitor the state of the Earth. The idea was to develop the infrastructures, to measure the state of the planet with in situ observations, with satellite observation, so developing the Sentinel constellation, for example. And there are also created 6 services related to different thematic to disseminate all the information created by the infrastructure. And us, we at Mercator Ocean International, we are dealing with the marine environment monitoring service, the Copernicus Marine Service. So what can you find in the Copernicus Marine Service? So we are dealing with ocean products related to the blue ocean, what we call the blue ocean, the physical ocean, with salinity, temperature, waves. With the green ocean, chlorophyll, nutrients, oxygen, and all the biogeochemical parameters, and the white ocean with sea ice thickness, sea ice extent, etc. Our product offer is quite large. We have a long time series data, real-time data, and forecast data. We have essential marine variables related to the physics, sea ice, and biochemistry. I already said that. And we have different sources of data. They can be observations with in situ and satellites, and they can be provided by numerical models with data assimilation. We cover the global ocean and the 6 European basins with the Arctic Ocean, Baltic Sea, Mediterranean Sea, Black Sea, for example. So this is just a quick overview of the different variables and parameters you can find in the blue ocean, white ocean, or gray ocean. So as you can see, you can have information about the currents in 3D, thanks to the models. You can have information about the waves with different kind of parameters related to waves, sea surface elevation, sea surface wind, sea ice product, and primary prediction for the green ocean, transparency, turbidity, oxygen, low and mid trophic levels, carbonate system with pH acidification or CO2 flux, nutrients with phosphate, silicate, nitrate, etc. So we are dealing with a wide range of parameters related to the state of the ocean, and the idea is to try to cover all the needs from the blue economy sectors. And the Copernicus Marine Service is a single access point to all these data, all these products. So we have an online catalog on the website marine.copernicus.eu. You will find more than 300 scientifically qualified products. This is a user-driven service. We take into account all the user requirements. We can collect through workshops, training, different kind of activities related to the users. We have different access protocols to access the data. You can direct download the products in NetCDF format, or you can choose different APIs to connect our service to your tools, your software. We have a very powerful service desk with experts ready to answer your question, with a user corner with different e-learning material, use cases to know how to use the data, and many tutorial videos explaining how to manage this. We have also 3 different ocean viewers targeting different audiences. The My Ocean Learn, which is to discover the key variables of the ocean. The My Ocean Light, to dive more into depth in the data, and the My Ocean Pro with the embedded catalog, and you can play directly with the products and add different layers and play with the different layers to monitor the different physical phenomena you want to look at. And so all these products are developed to support the blue economy. We have more than 42,000 subscribers around the world, and the idea is to cover all the sectors of the blue economy and the research for the environment, for the economy and the society. So it can be used in marine food application, in coastal services, for marine navigation, for example, to optimize routes, in natural resource and energy, to assess the potential of marine renewable energy environment, to monitor extreme hazards and monitor the state of the ocean to ensure the safety of the people at sea, to support policy, European and national policies, to support also trainers and teachers in education on or outreach activities, etc., etc. So you can have a look on the user support of the section of the website to find more information. You will find more than 200 use cases online, and after me, Tina will present you some related use cases to our challenge. So don't hesitate to have a look on the website. And I don't know if I gave you this information, but the service is open and free. Okay, this is the most important thing. You have just to be registered to have access to all this offer of products, viewers, etc. So don't hesitate to register, to have a look to the catalog of products, to play with the products through the different viewers, and see what product can be relevant for your daily job. And to finish, we try to support those users, organizing, as I already said, training, webinars, hackathon. For example, we organized a Marine Data for Policy event. We participated to different hackathons and the creation of different MOOCs. And as key speaker, a colleague of mine will be present at the PTS Maritime Space Forum in Greece this week. Thank you very much. I give the floor to Tina to introduce you some use cases related to the different topics of the Marine Data Challenge.
Hello everyone, my name is Tina and I work at Mercator Ocean International in Veronique's team of market development, where basically we are trying to do is to increase the use uptake of Copernicus Marine Data. And therefore I'm going to present you some use cases, how Copernicus Marine Data can be used, how different products can be used in different services. First of all, you can see on this slide, as Fabrice already mentioned, on a Copernicus Marine website, there is a one point of access to the whole data and all the products. And there you can also find different use cases that can be defined by the region. They can also be defined by different markets that were also mentioned. And today I'm going to mention just a few use cases that are more covering the blue markets that we are focused on today within this challenge. So the first use case to present is called implementor Pulse. It's a Japanese company who invented the application. So it's a web-based service for monitoring ocean environmental data. And what they do is they provide fish farmers an easy way to regularly monitor water conditions in the water, and accordingly, obviously they can make some decisions whether they're going to feed the fish, whether they're going to plant or harvest crops. And also in some cases of algal blooms, they can also decide whether they want to move the crops, and in that way avoid financial losses. There are many products that they use here. On a top left side, you can see some of the parameters that they have been using. In general, it's a global ocean physics analysis and forecast. So they're covering waves. Then they're also using products for the biogeochemistry and ocean color. So there are many products that you can use and combine in your own service. The next one is use case is a jellyfish, JellyX, that basically is developed by the. Sorry, just a moment. It's a knowledge-based decision-making tool for the environmental management of coastal areas. So what they're trying to do is to have a risk management using jellyfish blooms. So they have a warning service, and then they're trying to understand jellyfish blooms outbreaks and also to figure out their dynamics. So in that sense, it's not only important to know where jellyfish are appearing, but also to predict where their swarms are going to go, where they're going to drift. And in this case, very useful parameters would be ocean currents and prediction of them, as well as knowing a bit more about sea surface. So again, they're using mostly Mediterranean products that are high resolution sea surface temperature and biogeochemistry analysis and physical analysis and reanalysis as well. The next use case is called VOYOPT, so voyage optimization. It's an innovative sail planning system developed by Offshore Navigation Ltd. So they're trying to they're doing 24/7 surveillance of the routes and their planning, and they're trying to combine different sensors all in one. So they have spaceborne, seaborne, coastal, Earth observation sensor systems, and weather forecast data together with numerical modeling to use all of this to optimize and route plan for any vessel in almost real time. So they're combining forecast and observation and multiple sources into one really innovative data merging technique. The next case is called MetOcean. So it's a sea conditions web tool that displays MetOcean conditions in Mediterranean Sea. So they are covering temperature, ocean currents, waves forecast combined together with meteorological forecast. This service is basically used for planning different activities at sea. So it can be a boat trip, it can be a fishing trip, it can be a surfing session with friends. So they are trying to, and the service is mostly, or has been mostly used during summer. So back at the time when they became the the use case of Copernicus Marine, they had around 12,000 unique monthly access on average. And I'm going to finish this short presentation of different use cases, but I encourage you to go to Copernicus Marine website and look for other applications, look at the products and parameters, which ones they were used, how they were used and combined in different web applications, and also ask any question to us during this kickoff event, and as well as Fabrice mentioned, you can also contact the service support if you have any questions in terms of data and its usage. So the last case is Coastal Crete. It's an operational high-resolution coastal forecasting service for the island Crete. The service was providing hourly and 6-hourly averaged high-resolution short-term forecast of the sea temperature, salinity, wave velocity, and it was doing this on a daily basis. So the whole idea was to have like a better forecast service and to have early warnings and alerts. So this would be all from me. And now we are going back to Roman and towards conclusions of the Marine Data Challenge platform. And Roman?
Yes, thank you, Tina. So yes, indeed, it's now time to conclude before moving on to the question. So we hope this presentation gave you some excitement to join these innovating events as much as we are enthusiastic to organize it. So now what? You have to register to the platform to officially onboard the journey. If you are a potential setter, you will have to post your challenge. If you are a potential solver, form your dream team and stay tuned for helpful content from the Copernicus Marine Service. And feel free to browse through the challenge that will be posted ahead of the matchmaking. So at the end of this event, you will receive an email summing up all this information. So thank you. It's now time to go to the Q&A session. So we are all ears and able to answer your question. I will just quickly remind you that you can ask your question using the chat box at the bottom right. Don't forget to click on the question mark to make it as a question. So let's start with the first question, which is, are you gonna share this presentation with us? So this one, I will answer it myself. Yes, we will. It will be in email summing up after the event and also posted on the platform directly. As a setter, after the registration and post of the problem, what comes next? A competition or just follow the next step of this journey? What comes after the proposed solution? Are there any obligation? So who wants to answer this one? Can the different panelists put their camera on, please? Hello. So Fabrice, do you want to answer this one, or Vasilis?
And the idea, it's after the registration and post the problem from the problem setter, the problem will be displayed on the platform to the potential problem solvers, and they can start brainstorming or have reflection about the solution they can propose for the matchmaking event. Okay.
Yeah, I think for setter, we will send you requirements for your pitch for the matchmaking. So the duration, what we aim as content, and what follows is some solvers will try to answer your problem, and you have two ways to do it. Either you sit back and you relax and you wait for December, but this is not the way we advise. We really advise you to join the journey and attend the different checkpoint meeting to really guide the solvers team that are addressing your problem, because as much as you're involved, as much as the solution will fit your needs. So there are no obligation if, but then the involvement is really as you want it to be, basically.
Yeah.
If I may add, there are no obligations, but there are amazing opportunities, because the whole point of this process is to bring people together from different fields and create knowledge sharing opportunities, innovation creation opportunities, and possibly business opportunities. So even if you create a solution, you're not necessarily have to, to go into an agreement with somebody. There will be a negotiation, but the point is that I thought, you would have shared, exchange ideas, and build something that is working. So most probably it will be very, very valuable. And as Constantino said, then you can start discussing and be part of the database that has all these people that have the skills and solve problems like this one.
So next question, please. What happens if, after the setup pitch, the solver cannot find a match and do not want to continue? Are there any kind of obligations? So basically it's the same question that before, but for the solver part now. Either someone or I can start. I think you can come up to the matchmaking event, but there will be hopefully a lot of different problems posted, and we really hope that you will find the perfect problem to work on. Of course, there is no obligation, but as soon as you have registered to the event, you are like, this is a limited event in terms of space. So when you register, you really have to be willing to go through the entire journey, basically. So there is no obligation, but only strong recommendations.
And if I may add, in order to get solvers, the whole point is to provide an intriguing problem. People from on the solving side, they love to address challenges that are fairly well designed and have a very clear purpose. So the more clear the purpose, the easier will be to attract the solvers. And as Roman said, eventually you're not obliged to get the solution. You're not obliged to pay anything to the solver. Even your contribution as a problem setter that advances the know-how would be significant to the community.
So the next question, is the Copernicus data synchronous? Meaning, what is the delay between capture date and release date?
Okay, I can answer this question. So in the Copernicus offer and portfolio, we have different sources of data, and considering the source of the data, you will have different availability date for the products. For example, if you take the in situ data, you need time to reprocess the data, to validate the data, and to collect the data from the in situ instrument at sea and the satellite to transmit the information to the ground segment. So we need few days to process this data, and you will have access to perhaps a delay of 2 days for the data. So, for example, today we are the 12th of July. You will have access to data from the perhaps the 10 or the 9th. If you talk about satellite data, you have also time to reprocess the data and to transmit the data and to validate all of this. But the delay is shorter, and you can access near real-time data, what we call near real-time data, because you can access the data from yesterday. And for the model data, the advantage of the model data is that you can have information in real time and even in the future with the forecast. is like weather forecast, in fact. So you have this 3D model of the ocean or the Mediterranean Sea, and you assimilate. It means that you integrate in this model real data in order to make this model more realistic. And thanks to that, you can continue to run the models in order to have data for the D-Day, for today, and for the next 10 or 14 days.
Thank you. So next question. Thank you for the interesting presentation. My question is whether access can be granted to historic dataset for use, and if yes, how long back in time such datasets are available, and if also same are available for free direct use via APIs, for example. So 3 questions in one.
So on the catalog of data, you have access to data in the past. You have information and products from the 25 years in the past to the 14 days in the future, thanks to the models. So you can have access to all these data for free. They are available on the catalog. You don't have to pay for that. You can play with the data, and if you go on the, can I share my screen perhaps? If you, I will be able to show the website and directly. Okay, let's dive into this screen too. Okay. So this is an example of the MyOcean viewer on the Mediterranean Sea and the Greece. And for example, I took 2 products. The first one is the concentration of chlorophyll from satellite information. And you can see on the timeline, I can access to the last day available is the 10th of July. Okay, and for example, if I switch and I put the seawater potential temperature, which is provided by a 3D model, you have access to information in the future. Okay, I can show you. Okay, you will have information until the 21st of July. Okay, you see the date here, 21st of July. So this is the seawater temperature at the surface of the ocean. You can dive into that here with this cursor to have an overview of the state of the temperature. All this to say, yes, and if you dive into the catalog of data here, add layer. So I uncheck all my filter. You will have access. If you choose time, past variable, and for example, the global ocean numerical model, blue ocean. So I will find reanalysis, and this reanalysis is available over the 25 years in the past. So okay, this is the first, the temperature at the surface of the ocean. And I can play, you see the timeline. I can display the temperature from the previous century, in fact. And just to talk about data access, so this is the homepage of the Copernicus Marine Service. This is a link to go to the different ocean viewers, and this is the standalone catalog. You can find information about the products. If I click here, you will discover the different, all the different products available. And I took the first one here. Okay, this is a product on low and mid traffic level. And here on documentation, you will have access to the product user manual and the quality information document. For all the products, you will find this documentation. And this is very interesting if you want to know exactly what is inside the product, how the producer built this product. And if you click on data access, you will find the different protocols to access the product. So this is a subsetter. You can download directly the product at the NetCDF format, and you can subset the area, your area of interest. Okay, thanks to that, and you are not obliged to download the complete file. If you want just one parameter on one region for one date, you can subset the data. Then you can have access to the OpenDAP API, the AirDAP. This is more for in situ data, the FTP, WMS API. It's really useful for the viewer. For example, the viewer I showed previously is using the WMS data access. So I hope I answered the question. But don't hesitate to have a look to the website and all these different viewers and catalogs and all the products.
Thank you. Yes, it was the preview of what you can expect from the workshop in October. We will make sure that it's a very tailored workshop to the needs for the different challenge and blue market that we will have. Thank you,
Yes.
Fabrice.
Don't
Yes.
hesitate about this training workshop. If you have some concern about a topic or a product, don't hesitate through the platform to request some information, and we will provide this information during the training workshop. We will try to tailor a little bit the workshop for you.
Yes, thank you. I've added on the top register here button. So this is a link to the platform. You can go straight to registration there. So moving on to the next question, is there any possibility to attend all sessions online? So we really would like the matchmaking, at least maybe the pitch session, we imagine that to be hybrid, but the matchmaking session is really a networking kind of event. We would really hope to see everyone there. So September, we will really, prefer on-site attendance as much as possible.
It would be a nice reception. You can start online.
Sorry, Vasily, I think, can you repeat, or maybe it's on my side, I cannot hear you.
Yeah, also a reception at the end, and that can be accessed online.
The sound was very bad, Vasilis, sorry. But I understand that we will perhaps provide a link to follow the session live.
Yes. Yes, so here on the screen, you can see again the timeline for the different events. So, but we will send this to you again, so you can mark down the dates in your calendars and agenda. And we will send you like some links, but that will be the goal of the platform is actually to exchange with you all the resources you may need. So all the links Fabrice has showed you on the Copernicus Marine Service website, we will post that on the platform. So really on the platform, this will be your key access point to everything we showed you today. I don't know if there is other question, but please ask them. And don't forget that once your question is displayed, you can turn on your mic if you want to add something to your question. So really, it's now before we wrap this up. Is there a next question? I think maybe it's the last one. So we'll give a few more minutes for our next question, but I think maybe we answered everything. That would be a first. Usually we don't have time to answer everything, but here maybe we have been very clear, hopefully. Yes, I guess so. We cannot hear you, Fabrice. You have your...
Yes, I said that I hope we have some problem setters in the audience and some problem solver ready to participate.
Yeah, we hope to. And someone said that she will forward the information on to others. Yes, this is very encouraged. We are going to use the hashtag Marine Data Challenge. So please share anything, any post, any website registration link that if you know some people who might be interested, either on the solver, on setter side, anyone is welcome to this this event. And your team as a solver can be as big as you want. Only the on-site events are limited in capacity to 2 people from the team, but really you can surround yourself with talented people and as much as you want. So thank you. It was very interesting. Thank you. Thank you for your presentation. So a lot of happy persons. So thank you all for joining us today. I think we can probably wrap this up now.
Yeah. Thank you,
Thanks a
Vasilis,
lot.
and thank you, Roman, for the moderation.
Thank you, Vasily, Fabrice, Véronique as well, Tina, Konstantinos, and Vincent as well, who has been working with us behind the scenes today.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Bye.